Hey friends, welcome back to Cleaning Therapy. My name is Jenny, and today I'm going to be decluttering, cleaning out, and organizing my home office. So I want to take you along with me. My husband's desk and my desk are in the same room, so it's like a his and her office, and his desk is by far the worst. It really needs to be decluttered. I want to go ahead and clean that out really good today and put in some organizational systems that I think are really going to work for this space. And of course, everything I use will be linked in my description box in case you guys want to try them out in your own space. And if you are new here today and you like what you see, please go ahead and make sure you subscribe before you leave so I can see you on the next video. And don't forget, I have an email sign-up list in my description box as well for you to sign up for our Clean Your Way to Calm challenge. We have a spring cleaning challenge coming up, and we also will be having a fall cleaning challenge in the fall. But if you want to go ahead and sign up with your email in the link below, I will send you a free checklist so that we can clean our way to calm together. So now let's get to cleaning, decluttering, and organizing. And this video is in collaboration with my good friend Sophie over at Sophisticated Organization. She is just so impressive to me because not only is she a full-time attorney, but she's a part-time figure skating coach and has an organization business. I don't know how she does it all, but I like to keep watching to see if I can find out. Sophie loves to share organizing, cleaning, productivity, and motivational content on her Instagram as well as her YouTube channel. She has all the latest hacks for organization and keeping your house looking super clean and sophisticated all year long. She even has a decluttering challenge going on right now that you are definitely going to want to jump on. Make sure when you're finished watching my video, you go head over and watch hers. Let her know that I sent you and subscribe while you're there. I know you're going to love her content as well as her sweet personality. So I'm starting here on my husband's side of the office, and like I said, his is by far more in need of decluttering than mine. Mine is in need of organization, but as you can see, his is definitely in need of decluttering. So here are his drawers. I'm going to show you real quick our starting point. So we've got the drawers pretty much jam-packed full of paper clutter as well as electronics clutter. So these are the two areas that my husband tends to have trouble with decluttering and wants to keep a lot of things. And so we were trying to work together to get his desk a little bit more functional and free up some space in here. And as you can see by the footage here, this desk is in need of a really good cleaning as well. So here in this video, I'm going to show you my process from start to finish on how I tackle an area like this. So if you have any areas like this in your home that are just overwhelming to you and everything is just completely cluttered and you don't even know where to start, this video is definitely made for you. I'm going to show you exactly what I do from start to finish. So obviously we just need to get everything out of these drawers first because it's very hard to even see what all is in here. And so my first step is always to just empty the space if possible. And I will be using these laundry hampers right here for sorting purposes. And since this is my husband's desk, I really can't just declutter this all on my own and make these decisions for him because he really needs to be the one making the decisions about what to keep, what to shred, or what to store in the garage. So our first attempt to work together was for him to sit off camera and for me to communicate with him as I sorted, and he would let me know what he wanted to keep and what he wanted to either pitch or store in the garage. And so that's what you see me doing here. And in a little bit, you're gonna start to see the keep bin just getting bigger and bigger, and nothing is really going in the declutter bin. And so I eventually realized that this is a bigger issue than just decluttering. These items mean something to him, and he wants to keep all of them. And that's why the desk has gotten so overcluttered to begin with. And so we had to come up with a different strategy. And this is kind of an important point to touch on, is that the decluttering process will not feel the same for everyone. For some people, it's going to feel very freeing and fun and just kind of a relief to just get rid of all the things that they're not using and that don't really mean anything to them. For other people, it's going to be very stressful and anxiety provoking because they find comfort in holding on to those items and they have associations with those items. My husband is definitely in that latter category. And so I really needed to be patient and understanding of how we are wired differently, and it's not a right or wrong, it's just we're just different. So it was really just about finding a good strategy that would work well for him. So we took a little break and I put him to work in labeling some of his file folders for his paperwork. And I decided to put myself to work by cleaning out the drawers and hanging up all the file folders. And meanwhile, he was in the dining room filling out all of his labels. And that just gave him a mental break from the stress of this process. So we were working on those things, and I was really happy with how the file folders were looking and how that first drawer was coming out. And I knew that we still had to declutter all of the paper that was in that drawer, but sometimes you just need to take a break and do the fun part, which is to finish the drawer off with how it's going to be organized, and that way your brain can enjoy that and see that, and it makes the other parts a little bit more tolerable. So as you can see here, the new strategy that we came up with was for me to just empty the drawers into the laundry hamper and then bring it over here to my husband at the table and give him time to sort through everything. And that way he didn't feel so rushed to make a decision on the spot, but he could kind of take his time and sort through and make piles. And here I'm just helping him go through a little bit of the paperwork while I had a free moment. But he spent the rest of the afternoon and evening just doing his sorting at the table where he could really think about it, and he even put some fun music on for himself to lift up his mood as he did this, because he knew it was a good thing and it was something he'd been wanting to do for a really long time, but it was just kind of an overwhelming process. So I'm going back in here and kind of straightening out the file folders like he wanted me to. He kind of gave me an idea of how he wanted them, and he wanted them on both sides, and he's got all his labels filled out right here, and so the drawer came out really nice. And here in the bottom drawer, I'm just going to put a little white bin with some iPhone boxes that he wanted to hold on to and some of his hard drives. Make sure you hang on to the end because I cannot wait to show you how much he decluttered from his office desk. I couldn't believe how good of a job he did and how much he was finally able to let go, and he loves his new desk and he feels so much happier to be using it. So stay tuned to the end to see how well he did. Here in this cabinet, we're going to keep everything the same, but just give it a really good cleaning. So I'm taking out his trash can, and then I'm trying to make sense of these wires. These are charger cables and a power strip and things like that. So I just want to clean behind there and kind of make the wires look a little bit nicer and be more organized. And then I'm going to sanitize the trash can, and actually, I found a few more things behind the trash can, so I went ahead and took those off and brought them to him, and then I'm replacing the clean trash can. Here in these more shallow drawers, I'm going to use this cardboard box just to kind of transport everything to the table where my husband is sorting. And I'm kind of showing you a few of the little items. He definitely keeps a lot of cell phones, especially old cell phones. So he had quite the assortment of old cell phones. So he is going to, as he says, wipe them clean and donate them. So that's what's going to happen with those. Let me know in the comments what tends to be the most cluttered in your home or office. Do you tend to keep papers too long, or do you tend to have tech clutter like my husband, where there's just lots of wires and phones and things that you don't really use anymore? Let me know in the comments which one you're more prone to. And here I got these really nice organizers off of Amazon, and they're very affordable, but I just really love them, and I love how they're interlocking. And then I'm putting a little bit of that tacky strip on the back of them because I wanted to pull them forward to where they sit more toward the front of the drawer, because we can't really reach in the back of the drawer anyway. So this way they won't like slide all around when the drawer is opening and closing. And this worked really nicely. And the fact that they all locked together made them kind of feel more custom fit and secure. So I'm going to be using these in the top drawer and the middle drawer. For the bottom drawer, it's really deep, so I'm not going to bother with these kinds of organizers. He decided to put all of his school supplies in the bottom drawer, so I think we'll just be able to place them nicely, and that will work. Let me know in the comments if you plan on signing up for the Clean Your Way to Calm challenge. We're starting our challenge on February 1st, so you still have plenty of time to join, and I will have a link in my description box. And when you click on the link, you can leave your email, and then I'll automatically send you your spring cleaning checklist. And then if you want to stay with us, I'll also be sending you a fall cleaning checklist in the fall. But between the two challenges, you will have your entire home decluttered and deep cleaned within 1 year. And I find this to be a really great way to keep your home deep cleaned and decluttered, but also have it be so much more manageable than trying to cram it all in the spring. So don't forget to go sign up for the challenge, and I'll send you your free checklist and we can clean our way to calm together. So he decided for this drawer that it would be his electronics. So these are just small electronics that he might want to have on hand in his desk. So the top drawer is more traditional office supplies like scissors and a stapler, pens, highlighters, Sharpies, and things like that. And then this second drawer is going to be a little more like tools and electronics. So he has like some small tools that he can use to fix little toys and things like that for the kids. He's got his spare batteries, and he's also got some chargers, and he ended up keeping some drives as well, like some smart drives. So that is the middle drawer. And then this bottom drawer is going to be his school drawer. So Tony is in college right now, finishing up a computer science degree. And so he's just going to use this drawer for his notebooks and books. And last but not least, this is his mail tray. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this over to him at the desk. It's the last hill that he has to climb over today to sort through all the paper clutter. And so I'm going to tidy up here real quick, and then I'm going to give this desk a really good cleaning. There's been a lot of research in the last few years just kind of showing the connection between having less clutter and just having more peace of mind and less stress. And so there's definitely a connection. You can feel it when a room gets decluttered or a desk like this gets decluttered. It just changes the mood when you're in this space. And so I would just encourage you, if you're in the middle of a big project like this and it just feels way too overwhelming and you want to quit, just keep going and just do the best you can, and maybe just do a little bit each day. You certainly don't have to finish the whole project in one day. You can work on just a little bit each day, maybe for a week until it gets done, or even longer if that's necessary. But I would just encourage you to just keep chipping away at it, because it's so worthwhile and you're going to love the results, and you're going to be so glad that you did this and that you finished. And I'm really proud of my husband, because there was a couple of times when he really wanted to throw in the towel, but he just kept pushing through, and the results speak for themselves. So I'm just really proud of him, and a big shout out to him for following through. And anything that was still in good condition, we were able to donate, which is always a really good feeling. Now that his desk is decluttered and cleaned and organized, here is the finished product. So I'm just going to give you a quick little tour of how the desk turned out and what we were able to accomplish. once my husband was finished his decluttering and sorting, he had 3 trash bags worth of paper clutter that needed to be thrown away, but another pile that actually needed to be shredded, and then another pile for donations, and then he had another pile for long-term storage, such as sentimental items that we keep in our garage. So again, he did a really great job, and I love the way his desk turned out. And moving right along to my side of the office, I found myself being very grateful that I did his desk first, because I was starting to get a little bit tired, and I was really glad that my desk wasn't going to be quite so difficult. So here you can see I've just got some random things thrown in my drawer, and I don't think any of it needs to be decluttered because I use all of it, but it just needs some organization. So I'm not going to make you watch me put together all of the organization things again. I'm just going to kind of show you how it ended up turning out once it was all organized. So in that top drawer, as you can see, I'm just putting kind of traditional office supplies, sort of like my husband's side. And then in the middle drawer, I'm putting smaller video equipment. The larger video equipment I have in an ottoman. And then in this bottom drawer, I decided to do kind of a throwback to my childhood. I just have coloring books and colors and stickers for my 2-year-old Alex to play with. And when I was really little, like Alex's age, my dad owned a bakery, and so he would have his office, and then he had the bottom deep drawer of his office. He had all kinds of things like this for me. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom when I was growing up, but she did the payroll for the bakery. And so once a week, she would take me to the bakery and let me pick a donut fresh off the rack. And then we would head back to my dad's office, and she would do the payroll, and I would play in my little coloring drawer. So I would pull it out and find all kinds of fun activities and colors and coloring projects that my dad had put in there for me, and it would keep me occupied while she did the payroll. So that's just a fun memory from my childhood. So I like to have this little drawer down here for Alex as well. For when I'm working, he can do his little coloring and things like that. And now that the drawers are all organized, I'm going to quickly declutter this magazine file holder and then get my desk all cleaned off really well. And then I'm actually going to be showing you guys what I keep in this little holder, just in case it helps any of you with your desk organization. Okay, so in this file holder, I like to keep this little daily planner pad. I'm gonna have all this linked in my description box for you guys. But in case I have to plan out my day, like really specifically, I'll use that. I don't actually use it every day, just when I need it. And then I have this laminated sheet with my routines written on it. And this just kind of keeps me from having to try to remember what I'm supposed to be doing at whatever time. I also have a laminated weekly schedule that I typed up, and this just helps me to remember all of the things that end up on my calendar anyway, so I don't have to rewrite them every single week. There's my grocery pad that is very messy, But I also have this to-do list pad, which I really like in case I'm just running off somewhere and I need to write a few things down. And then I also have, these are just my spring and fall cleaning checklists. So this is just an example of what you're going to get when you sign up through my email. So that's what I'm going to send you, is this checklist. And that way you can keep track of how you're doing for your deep cleaning. And here is the spring one. So this is the one that we will be starting in February. And what else? Here's just my overall calendar where I keep like birthdays and appointments and things like that. And then this is a little meal planning pad where I can plan out dinners and then put a shopping list next to it. Okay, this one is a game changer. This one is the brain dump pad. So if you're like me and you overthink everything, you need this in your life. So it divides it up into worthwhile, worth pondering, and not worthy. It's so important because not all thoughts are equally worthy. Some of them just need to go. So I love this brain dump pad. And that's it. That's what I like to keep in there, and it just kind of gets it off of my desk. And then I have my simplified planner, which is my favorite planner. I also have that linked in my Amazon store. I absolutely love it. And my desk is now finished. It's now clean and calm, and I absolutely love it. And now that both sides of the office are clean, decluttered, and organized, all it needs is a really good sweep. And while I do that, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video and spending some time with me today as I completed this project. I really hope that you'll hit the subscribe button and stick around for future videos. And again, I'm just so grateful for your support of my channel and for you coming along with me on this journey. And if you're coming over from Sophie's channel, I just want to say welcome again. I'm so grateful that you're here too, and I hope that you'll stick around as well. And if you're one of my subscribers, please make sure and head over to Sophie's channel. It's called Sophisticated Organization, and you will absolutely love her content. I love her content, and I know you will too. The link for her video and the link for her channel will be in my description box, so when you're finished watching this video, I'd love it if you'd head over and watch hers as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!